Hey guys, it's Elma. So in this video I will be showing you how I take and edit my Instagram pictures. This is one of the questions that I get asked most frequently, so I really hope this video will help you a bit. So let's get started. The spread I'm taking pictures of today is this spread of Hoshi. I really like how this spread turned out and I love the color scheme. So the first thing I do is look for supplies that fit with the color scheme of the spread. For this I mostly use washi tapes and pens, but sometimes I'll also use stickers or flowers or other supplies. It really depends on the spread and the picture. Okay, so after I've collected some supplies that I think fit the spread, I start with the layout. I put my journal in the place with the most lighting and then I line up the supplies next to it. Sometimes I will switch up the supplies while I'm taking pictures if I don't like the look of it, but I just start out with this. I take my pictures like this because the window provides the best lighting, and I try to keep it as consistent as possible. And now it's time to take the pictures. I always take my pictures in the square format since I can immediately see what it will look like in my feed. And then I just start taking a lot of pictures, changing up the angles and sometimes the supplies as well, just so I can get the best results. After I finish taking tons and tons of pictures, I move on to selecting the best one. This is quite time consuming, but I do prefer it over taking just one or two pictures, since I can get the best angle and the best look in my feed. After having chosen my favorite picture, I sometimes still alter the angle a bit or I crop the picture a bit until I'm perfectly happy with it. And then I use the app unum, I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically I use this app for my feed and I put the unedited picture in the feed just to see if the angle looks good. Of course, the picture does not fit my feed yet, since I haven't edited it or anything, but it does give me a rough idea of what it will look like. And now it's time to move on to actually editing the picture. The app that I always use for the filter is called Foodie, and you have many different filters, but my favorite is Simple 2, and I always use this one, but there are so many options. You can also change the intensity of the filter. Usually I would put it in between 90 and 95, but since today was a really sunny day, I actually didn't need much of the filter, so I only put it to around 40. So the filter already makes a big difference, but it does not fit perfectly in my feed yet. So now I will use the app Snapseed to change a few parts of the picture. Unfortunately, you can't see the top bar on my screen recording, I'm not sure why, but I usually start by lowering the temperature and increasing the tint, so the temperature is more cool and the tint is more pink. And then I move on to my favorite tool of this app, which is the selective tool. With this tool, you can alter certain areas of the picture. I mainly use it to change the brightness of the picture, but sometimes I will also change the contrast depending on the picture itself and how it fits in my feed. And I'd say this part of the editing process is really what makes my feed look consistent. Especially since where I live, the weather changes up a lot, which makes the lighting of different photos very inconsistent. So using this tool really helps me to balance the pictures. So now I'm just making some general changes like lowering the brightness and increasing the contrast and saturation. And once I am happy with how it looks, I once again check to see how it fits in my feed. Now, usually at this point the picture doesn't quite fit in my feed yet, but importing the picture into my feed does give me a general idea of what I still need to change, and usually I either need to change the tint or the temperature to make it fit better. As you can see, I also like moving the picture around just to check how it fits in my feed, and then I alter the picture accordingly. So for this photo, the temperature was just a little too cold and the tint was a little too green, so I just altered that a bit and then tried to fit it in my feed again to see how it fit. And now I was happy with it, so I deleted all of the excess pictures. And then I moved on to post it to Instagram. So this is the general process of how I take and edit my Instagram pictures. I'm sorry if it's a little confusing, but I will put the general steps in the description box below so you can check it out again. But regardless, I really hope this video was at least a little bit helpful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!